What are the four pillars of business and why are they so important?
They are people, strategy, execution, and cash. And basically, right people in the right seats on the bus. You need to have a strategy. If you don't have a target hit, how you're going to hit it. You need to be able to execute on that strategy. And you need to have cash, mainly because growth sucks cash, as well as in a downturn when the world's not a recession, which is coming up. So I think I hear. You need to have enough cash, usually about 6 months worth of reserve to actually ride out the storm. And it's
Interesting.
basically the four pillars that every company has to deal with as a business.
Great. So there's a lot of coaches out there. What differentiate you from the rest of the coaches?
Ah, coaches or posers, there's a little bit of both. So I have built, bought, and sold 6 different companies. This is my seventh company over the last 40 years. I've walked the walk. I have built and sold successive ones. I bought companies and I've also closed one that didn't make it. I had an internet cafe back in 99 that went down in 2000. But I know what CEOs and what entrepreneurs and what business owners go through because I've lived it. I've not taken payroll for weeks on end to make sure the employees got paid because, my pay cycle wasn't where it should be. So I've lived it, walked the walk, and talked the talk, I guess is the real big differentiator.
So what are the reasons to conduct a company assessment?
Well, a company assessment, I think, is very important. When I was in the tech world, the CIO, we would go in and assess the network and understand what is going on with your environment. It's kind of like a diagnostic. You take your car to the shop and they hook up a tool and they diagnose what the problem may be. A lot of times, or I'd say almost all of the time, a company thinks that their sales are down because maybe they're not selling or they're charging too much. And maybe the problem is their marketing plan. Maybe they're not doing good marketing. Maybe it's not the sales act itself. Maybe it's something else. So what we do is we do an assessment. There's 40 questions, all based on people, strategy, execution, and cash. And we ask 10 questions within each. And I would say 9 out of 10 times the business is not, or the executive team is not in alignment with what's really going on in one area or another. And having everybody aligned and all, heading down the same path. It's kind of like I go back to my Marine Corps days, when you get a platoon of 80 guys all marching in sync and it's one thump of a foot, boom, 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 and there's 80 guys' feet hitting the ground. That's a well-oiled machine that's going to, be able to walk through walls. Same thing with the company. So the assessment is really critical, is understanding diagnostically what's really going on, not what they perceive is going on.
Interesting. So let's go with the bonus question. Companies, all the talk of KPIs, OKRs, why set goals?
What isn't measured doesn't happen. And the reality is, I think most of us humans were brought up in sports, to win. And how do you win? You go to see a football game, there's always a scoreboard, right? If there was no scoreboard, how much fun would it be? You wouldn't know who was winning and who was losing, short of seeing them throw the ball and knock each other down. But I think KPIs and metrics are measurable, and having a goal, having something to achieve or to work towards achieving. And it's really a way to get things done and then knock it off your list and add the next goal or metric. But always, whatever you do, make it measurable. And I also suggest people start with a BHAG or big, hairy, audacious goal. That's something that you're trying to achieve that maybe is in 10 or 15 or 20 years. And then break that down to 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 1 year, 90-day goals, daily goals. And if you follow this rhythm, you'll find that you'll achieve these goals more often than not.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of knowing where you're going before you step forward.
Yeah, because how you going to get there? It's like, having a map that doesn't have any direction to it. You're never going to get there.
Thanks so much, Steve.
Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it.